Good morning and welcome back to Epcot for 2025's Flower and Garden Festival. Today we are going to be doing the back of the book, so we're going to be getting all the treats. We do already have one that I'll quickly talk about right now, but it's just you get a few items and then at the end you get a completer treat for getting said items. Started off with biscuits and gravy. That was in the first video. If you want to go see an overview of the event, check that out after this or before. Just come back here, of course. It was the biscuits and gravy. I did not like it this year. It was Impossible biscuits and gravy. Last year I thought it was very good. This year they put some weird chili sauce on it, and then the bread just wasn't good. It was so tough and just dense, and I didn't like that they just put like a Impossible patty on it instead of mixing it in with the gravy. So I wouldn't suggest that one. Just thought I would mention that we already do have that one. So here's a look at the book for this year. I think I have shown it off before. We're going to be heading to the very back for the Garden Graze menu item. You can see a few different options here for what you can get. You have a few things in mind. We'll see what I end up liking or not. And then here you're obviously getting the stamps, with our first one being there. And then we just need 4 more, and then we'll have our potato treat. So our first booth we're stopping at this morning is La Isla Fresca. We're going to be getting the chocolate, or coconut chocolate flancocho, I believe is how you pronounce it. Luckily not too much of a line. The festival only started about 30 minutes ago. Back here in the countries, you definitely are going to have a much smaller line here in the mornings. So here's a look at the flancocho. It has a lot of liquid with it. I spilled a little bit already. I didn't know that's what it was going to be, so I was carrying it very carefully. I don't like to eat on camera, as I kind of mentioned before. I think it's a little weird, but I will let you guys know how it is afterwards. So overall, I really liked it. Not entirely what I thought the texture was going to be like. It was almost like Jell-O consistency on the cake part. There was a bottom part to it. But I really like the taste of it overall. I really like passion fruit stuff, and I think that was what was on top, and that like liquid that was everywhere was that. So I overall really liked it. I like that mix between chocolate and a fruity taste. So if you don't like a mix between a chocolate and a fruity taste, probably won't like that one. I mentioned many times before, I'm not a food reviewer. If you're coming here for food reviews, bad person to do it. I'll tell you whether or not I would get it again. That's kind of my scale, or if like I would get it only once. I think I would get that again. I think it was overall a pretty good dessert. It was pretty refreshing too, because it's starting to get hot out. So it's a nice little refreshing little snack. Next up, we're over here at the farmer's market here in Germany. We'll be trying the potato pancake with homemade applesauce. There is 2 different ones. There is one that you can get with ham and onion too. Over here they do have the warm cheese strudel and the toasted pretzel bread, but I like both of those, especially the warm cheese strudel. Unfortunately, not on our list here today for the things we need to grab, but I would definitely suggest both those things. So here's a look at the potato pancakes with the applesauce. Again, you can get it with the ham and onion. I decided to get with the applesauce. I will say a little bit outside my comfort zone, so I'll let you know what I think of it. Just texture-wise, a little crazy. All right, so overall, I didn't think it was too bad. I would say, if you're wanting my rating, I would get it once. I don't think I would get that again. Very weird texture-wise, because just applesauce, and it's basically like hash browns, if you're from the US. It's a weird texture-wise thing. Flavor-wise, the first bite was really off-putting, but after I took a couple more, I thought it was actually pretty decent. The sweetness with the hash brown actually didn't taste too bad. Was not probably my favorite. Don't think I'm going to be putting it on hash browns all the time now or anything, but it wasn't as bad as I anticipated. Talking about outside my comfort zone, the next thing we're going to be getting, because there's not a whole lot more I think I would eat at this event, so we're going to try the Jamaican beef patty with the spicy papaya syrup over here at the refreshment post right in between China and Germany. So here's a look at the Jamaican beef patty. Sorry, kind of not super sunny right here. Do you think it looks okay? This is, again, very outside my comfort zone, so I'll let you know how I think, because I'm very much a picky eater. So we'll see how it is. All right, so way outside of my comfort zone what I would normally get, but there wasn't a whole lot more other than the one last thing we're about to go get that I was like, oh man, it looks good to me. So I figured I'd try something different, and I actually didn't mind it. I would get it once. I don't know if I would get it again, just because again, it is like way outside my comfort zone for me. But I thought it was overall pretty good. The Impossible meat in it tasted pretty good. I don't mind Impossible meat. It's more of the sauce that was outside my comfort zone. It was pretty spicy, so if you don't like spicy things, definitely would not suggest it. But I thought the overall flavors were pretty good. It was, again, a little sweeter because it was a sweet kind of sauce. And again, it was spicy. But I would say I would get it once. If you're a picky eater, I don't think that's a bad option if you're trying to be a little adventurous. But yeah, I'm impressed with myself for eating that. So we're over here at Citrus Blossom in Odyssey, and we're gonna be actually getting the lemon tart. That is our last little thing here. They do have the lumpia, that is a plant-based pork, green papaya salad, and yuzu sweet and sour sauce. That is also part of the hunt. So if you don't really like lemon, but you like what else is offered there, that is an option. So here's a look at the lemon tart. I'm not fully sure what's on it. I didn't read it super well, but it looks pretty good. I feel like I've had this before, but honestly, I'm not sure. I do want to say I really like this seating area and how they constantly retheme the Odyssey area. If you're looking for a good spot to eat a few things and you are carrying them close to here, I would come in here. There's plenty of standing room and plenty of seats too. So I really liked it. If you don't like lemon, you probably won't like it. But I would say I'd probably get it again. It is very tart and very sweet. So again, if you don't like that kind of sort of thing, it's not very good. I had this raspberry sauce on it that I think was a little overkill. I felt like when it was in there, it was almost too much going on. And then they had this like almost wafer feeling type thing on top. That's what was on top. I thought it tasted like styrofoam and didn't taste like anything, so I just pushed it off to the side because it was just weird. But we are done now, so we're going to be heading over to get our completion treat over at, oh, I don't remember the booth. Hold on. At Pineapple Promenade. That's where it is. It's going to be right over here, a little bit past the like middle section where you would walk by, towards the right, towards like Canada. You can see we've got all of our stamps. This one's very light, so you probably can't see it. So the pickup location again over here at the booth, it's kind of in between, like if you're coming out near Journey to Imagination heading to Canada, you can see right over here, and you'll come to the end, like booth right here at the end of the booth, and you see a completer counter pickup. Alrighty, so our completion item is, you get I believe it's like a little bit of pineapple Dole Whip, and then the main one is a plant-based vanilla Dole Whip, or like a vanilla soft serve of some sort. It looks pretty good. I mean, it's ice cream and it's hot, so I don't see why it would be bad. And you also get it in like it's a plastic cup, but it is like a souvenir like wine cup that I think is really nice. Compared to some of the other completer items, it's not that bad. You actually also get a wildflower mix. That is just like a seed packet that you can plant. I believe it was said all the seeds are actually harvested here at Epcot too. So that's kind of cool. And I'll let you know if the ice cream's any good in our outro here. Well, overall, I think the booklets are a pretty good time, the ending of them. I see you don't have to do it all in one day like a freak of nature like me. Unless you only have one day here. If you're here for even 2 or 3 days, you can do it over that time. If you're a local, you can do it over that time too. Sometimes the completer treat is really good, sometimes it's not as good. This time around, I thought that was amazing. I actually really enjoyed it. It's some of the best vanilla ice cream I might have ever had. It was so flavorful, it was so like smooth, it was great. So would highly suggest doing the back of the booklet this time around to get that, because I thought it was really good. And you get a little souvenir, and there's honestly, if you're eating around at the food booths and stuff, as long as you don't mind getting 5 of those items, you're not really losing anything because you're already buying items for the food festival. and then you just get basically a free treat and a souvenir on top. Obviously, you have to buy certain ones, but I think it's overall very worth it. So if you're looking to do it, I would highly suggest locals. You do not have to do it all in one day. Come get 1 or 2 things at night, get a treat or 2. You can get multiple things. I don't think I mentioned that earlier. So if you only like, say, oh, I only really want the lemon tart on that, you could just get 5 lemon tarts over like a month, and then you could come get the completer treat. So good things to know. Thanks for watching. I hope this video brought a little more joy into your day, and we'll see you next time.